Do you know what the word Zionism means? Because 54% of British people admit that they don't. Zionism is the belief that Jewish people have the right to self-determination in their ancestral homeland, which is modern-day Israel. You don't have to be Jewish to be a Zionist, but 80% of Jewish people in Britain say that they are Zionists. Only 6% have definitively said that they are not. So, I'm going to talk to people on the streets of London to find out if they know what it means. Do you know what the word Zionism means? What do you think it means?
I'd say I've heard of it, but I wouldn't know exactly what it meant.
Okay.
But interested to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I tell you, do you want to take a shot, what you think it could mean?
Like a kind of prejudice or discrimination against a certain group of people.
No, I was trying to be could I say close, but no. So Zionism is the belief that Jewish people have the right to self-determination in their ancestral homeland, which is modern-day Israel. That's very wordy, so in sort of basic terms, it means the belief that Jewish people have the right to establish a Jewish homeland or a Jewish state in Israel, the way that I guess England or the States is a Christian state and Iran or Iraq is a Muslim state. It doesn't mean that Jews only, it means that it's a Jewish state and anyone else can live there as well. It's the world's only Jewish state as well. So that's what Zionism means. If you're a Zionist, it means you are someone who believes in that. 80% of British Jews are Zionists, only 6% have definitively said, I am not. Anyone can be one, you don't have to be Jewish, but a lot, most Jewish people are, but there are Christian Zionists, Muslims, anyone can be a Zionist. So that's kind of what it means. Is that roughly what you thought, or is that coming as news to you?
I think now that you've explained it, the land, it's a land of Zion, is that right?
Yeah, in a biblical sense it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
What do you think of that? Is that do you have any sort of feelings or thoughts about that, or is it just sort of I'm still processing?
A little bit of processing. I feel like there's a lot of people watching. I agree to an extent, I suppose. I think that my belief personally is more about making land more open and accepting all cultures in, and which I know you did say it's not about it just being Jewish people. I feel the world needs to shift more into that kind of mindset and about removing borders a little bit. But I do understand that from a religious or spiritual belief that if that is your land and it's been taken from you, then you would want to kind of reclaim that in a way, or at least have a right to it.
Well, that's very interesting. So I guess so in your sort of ideal world, would it be, and assuming everyone else was cool with this, would it be no borders, no states, just sort of one big, I guess, land where everyone is sort of welcome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Zionism, in my understanding, just means that the state of Israel should exist, and that's something I happen to agree with because I believe in the two-state solution. But I think a lot of times when I encounter people who are Zionists, they don't just believe in the two-state solution, they believe in the eradication of Palestine. And that's why I think a lot of Zionists cause anti-Semitism. And I always say that the biggest cause of anti-Semitism right now is the Israeli government.
Interesting. I'm going to push back. I wouldn't say that. I think the anti-Semites are responsible for their own anti-Semitism. I think that saying the cause of anti-Semitism is Israel or other Zionists almost veers on victim blaming in a way.
Yeah, sure. There's definitely a lot of anti-Semitism either way. But I know a lot of people that since this genocide started have changed their opinions on not just the state of Israel, but the state of the Jewish people in general. And I think that's definitely a consequence of the Israeli government's actions.
Do you go on the Palestine marches?
I don't live in London. I live in Cyprus, and there haven't really been any there, so
okay.
I haven't had the opportunity.
So that's interesting. So do you consider yourself a Zionist? Because you said that your understanding of Zionism was that the belief that the state of Israel should exist, which you happen to agree with. So would you say you're a Zionist?
Yeah, but the illegal settlements have to stop. Gaza has to be returned to the Palestinian people, and reparations have to be paid to rebuild all of Gaza. And obviously, democratic elections have to be held there too. All right, thank you.
Okay, so that was interesting. I just spoke to a guy who said he considers himself a Zionist, but it's, a sentence later he was saying, but Israel and other Zionists are causing anti-Semitism for this genocide in Gaza. There's a lot there that is wrong. So I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but I think it says a lot about how confused people are today.
If you think you've got a right to claim that it's your country, then you've got every right. I mean, if you think it's your land, and then you've got every right to say, yes, this is my land, this is where I want to live. People
who don't like Jews will call them Zionists because it's easier than calling them Jew. It sort of masks the racism a bit. Yeah. There's it's not in vogue to say, I don't like Jews, right? After the Holocaust, that really went out of style. It is taboo to say that. But it is more socially acceptable these days to say, I don't like Zionists. And the thing is, 80% of Jewish people identify as Zionists. So when people say Zionists out, which happens a lot on university campuses, by the way, in Britain, unfortunately, when people are saying Zionists out and Zionists are racist and this and that, they're talking about 80% of Jewish people. I mean, what do you make of that?
I think it's rude. Yeah. Rude, yeah. Everyone to their own.
Everyone, yeah. That's how we see it, yeah.
Are you familiar with these sort of Palestine demonstrations that go through London every other week?
I see it on the news now and then when they were up there demonstrating outside Westminster or something. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there about Zionists out the country, stuff that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's and you're pulling a face there. What do you make of that?
I just think it's wrong. Yeah. Everyone to their own. Everyone's entitled to be here, aren't they?
Everyone's entitled to be here. Yeah.
Jews are very proud to be here. Jews are very proud to be.
They got certain parts in London where they all go. Is it Brick Lane or something like down there or something or even North London where Tottenham is and that's where. Yeah, they've been here for years and years. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, I mean, for people from Palestine to come over here and demonstrate and say that they shouldn't be here, that's not right.
We actually had too many interviews to put them all in one video, so I'm going to leave it here. This is the end of part 1, but I will put the rest in a part 2. So if you like the video, please give it a like, share it with someone, subscribe or follow, and leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.